Welcome friends to No Man's Sky. This is a brand new game for my channel, and if you all enjoy it, we will turn this into a series that we can do together. So we're going to start from a brand new save. I'm going to skip past all of my main saves and start a new game and start the Expedition. I thought that would be a fun way to start from a brand new save. The new Expedition is one of the biggest updates No Man's Sky has had, and it's very, very cool. You get to build a ship called a Corvette, and it's almost like a combination of your regular ship and the big freighter that you have later in the game. So I'm super excited to jump into this and do this with you guys. So we all start the same way. You're gonna hit the E. We start on the same planet with all the same stuff. And so let's just do this together. Here we go. We're on the planet, and our girl is going to tell us that we've got our tools and all the things that we have. So we'll listen to her for just a sec. I do love this game, and especially the developers of this game, Hello Games. I have so much respect for them. I have played this game for years, and it's kind of my go-to chill game. Minecraft was my first love and my first game I ever really played, but this one is right up there with it. I just have so much love for this game. So I'm very excited to start this. You guys, I had a poll, and I got a vote for this game, so I thought, well, all right, let's do it. The first thing we're going to do is head over here to our starship, and it's going to, let me just show you guys real quick. Here's the Expedition. So we're going to do this. We're going to look for, and we're going to use our visor and scan for copper. And the way you do that is you look around and you look for these blue like this, but there's ones that are resources like that. That's pyrite deposit. And let's see. There's another pyrite deposit. We need copper. I know we're going to need copper, and I was hoping it was in the direction of our ship, but I am not seeing it. Sodium. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are just going to go ahead and head towards our ship and hope once we get a little bit closer, maybe we do find some copper beyond there. So we'll start heading in that direction and pick up some stuff along the way. We want some ferrite dust. We want some oxygen, which you can get from that plant that just stung me right there. So we'll pull up our tool, and we want to use the mining beam. And I'm going to do some other things that we should do in the beginning, but because of actually, let me show you something interesting. If we switch our tool to a terrain manipulator and we just dig into the ground here, we're going to get out of the elements, and you'll see our little temperature levels stabilizing. And so if we go in here, it's going to let us rebuild that health for just a minute. And in the meantime, we'll go into our menu here, and I will show you one of the first things you want to do is, if you have these supercharged slots, you'll want to, whoops, sorry about that. You'll want to pick this up. So for me, it's hit E and move it into a supercharged slot. That'll give you a little bit more protection. And then on your jetpack or your life support here, you can put that in a supercharged slot too, just to give you a little boost. And then we'll leave these two alone for now. And the same would go for your multi-tool. We don't have any supercharged slots, but you would still put things next to each other if they had a bonus. Now we don't, like it would be with weapons or things like that. With these, you can set them next to each other if you're unsure. That's usually what I do to see if I have anything that oops, needs to go next to each other. But whoops. And nothing is getting a boost, because you'll see when it gets a boost, it has that little glow next to it. Now that's just from being in a supercharged slot. So, okay, we're going to take our oxygen, and we're going to move it down here, and we're going to move our weapons over here. And then we don't have a way to recharge. If we wanted to recharge that protection, we can recharge our life support there. But if you hit X, you'll see that this one, we don't have a way to recharge it. We don't have sodium or a battery. And same with our, terrain manipulator, we just when we dug into the ground, we got the silicate powder, so we can recharge that. But we can't recharge our health, so we might start taking some damage out here when we're running to our ship. But let's go up. Let's go ahead and go up and start running to our ship. Just thought I would show you that you can dig down and get some protection if you're in trouble. And then we want our mining beam in case we can get some of this condensed carbon and stuff on our way to our ship. And we want to get carbon from these plants as well. We're going to want lots of carbon. We're going to want some ferrite dust to make a metal plating with. And ferrite dust you would get from these rocks around here. Dihydrogen is always a good one to collect as well. These little blue crystals on the ground. So I'm just going to gather some of this ferrite dust too. I know we're going to need that. And as we head over there, I'll continue to talk about this game. So this game is something that actually my sons turned me on to this. They were like, Mom, we think you'd like this game. And man, it took me a minute to get used to it, but I just fell in love with it. I played it on the Steam Deck to start, but now I play it on the PC. I'm a little bit more comfortable with a mouse and keyboard. Here's some oxygen than I am on with a controller. So I always play on my PC if I have the choice. And anyway, I've just been in love with this game ever since I started playing. Oh, that one's a little bit bigger. We don't have an advanced mining laser yet, so we'll keep on going and shoot the trees that we do have the ability to shoot for more carbon. And I learned to play this game. My boys are really bad about teaching their mom how to play. I am just, too much of a noob for them and too slow and all those kinds of things. So I always go to YouTube. And I have a YouTuber, actually 2 YouTubers that play this game, and I am going to link both of them in the description because they are fantastic. One of them is Jason Plays, and he's really, really good. He's great for new people. He taught me so much, and he's such a relaxed player. And then one is Zane, and I think it's Zane's World, but I'll link both of them in the description. He's really good about tips and tricks and fast things. So those are my favorite guys out there to watch. And okay, we're in our ship now. This is the ship that we're not going to repair. We are just going to leave it here. And it's giving us this iteration, long number, not recognized, Atlas connection. Now, in a normal save, you would repair this ship. That would be step number 1. But in this one, because we're building a new ship, we're not going to do that. So, Atlas connection not found, log recovery error, launch systems unrecoverable. So we cannot heal this ship. An unhealthy buzz sounds from the dashboard. The controls yield and smolder under my fingers, melted by the heat of the fire. Yet despite the extensive damage, somehow the communicator is still online. So we get to receive an incoming call. Forgotten me? Forgotten us? The station core's imprint. Restore. The signal is so compromised that the message is almost indecipherable. Yet this voice, like this ship, feels impossibly intimately familiar. Yes, it does. The line goes quiet. Of the voice, only static remains. A packet of data is attached to the transmission. Retrieve the Orbital Uplink blueprint. Now, this is why we were looking for copper. This is something that we need to make. And copper, refined down into chromatic metal, you need 30 of them to craft this orbital uplink. And the orbital uplink is going to allow you to directly teleport to the nearest space station. So we will want to make lots of those during this expedition so that we can instantly teleport. Most of the planets in this expedition are pretty hostile. So while we're here, we're going to gather some materials. These damaged machinery. I usually just delete this residual goop. You don't need it, and it clogs up your inventory. And then you'll get random stuff. We got nanites for that. So we got 33 nanites. And then this little blue thing is always near these, the buried technology. Now, these are very valuable. So for money. So I always want to grab these when I see them because you want money all the time, as in life, as in the game. So salvage data, we got 3 of them. We can sell those when we get to the space station. And we're going to switch back to our mining beam and continue to collect. Whoops, we need to recharge our weapon with some carbon, which is why you want lots of carbon. I did one time play this game and forgot that and ran out of charge and did not know what to do. I couldn't charge my weapon to get the stuff I needed to recharge my weapon. It was a horrible loop. So we're going to scan again the environment here, and we're going to look for that copper that we need. There's sodium, there's pyrite, sodium, sodium, sodium. All right. We're not having a lot of luck with the copper situation. So, what about here? No more sodium. Okay, well, let's keep going this way and see if we can find some copper somewhere. Ooh, there's a little, look at, what is that? See that little miner settlement? We can go there and continue to look around. Let's see. And you can, these animals with the red dots, you can scan them for money too. They'll go green, and then those, the other red ones, you can try to scan those. Get some money, and then you get to also see what their stats are and stuff like that. So we'll continue to head over this way. Gather some materials along the way. These hazardous flora usually will give you oxygen. That's very handy to have, so we'll gather that too. Some more carbon. And some ferrite dust. Whoops, that one's too big. All right. That one, is that not going? There we go. Okay, let's keep heading this way towards this building. So a lot of times these buildings also have one of those salvage technology modules near it. So, and a little waypoint. These little Gravatino balls, do not pick them up unless you want to anger the sentinels and have them chasing after you. So we will actually grab some of those before we leave this planet, but we're not going to grab those right now. Rusted metal actually turns into ferrite dust if you want to take the time to do that, but I'm just trying to grab some stuff to sell, and I'm not wanting to mess with refining rusted metal, so I'm just deleting it for now. But gathering any other resources from these containers. And then over here, we'll see there's that little blue thing, and then this little guy here, we're gonna pick his stuff up. Now you guys don't need to do any of this if you're trying to kind of just get through the expedition, you're short on time, but I'm a chill player. I like taking my time and kind of gathering it all. I'm gonna go down here and grab whatever's in here. Why can I not gather it? That's weird. Oh. The notification was just up there. And we got 3 salvage data from that. Now, in a normal save, you will get led to one of these to pick up some stuff. So I'll show you. You can go in here and extract some nanites. So we got, wow, we got 46 from that. And nanites are used to purchase some of the things like upgrades. So we do want to just grab some nanites while we're here too. We're going to want to upgrade our God, I can't talk. Our ship pulse engine so that we can warp to other places. We're going to have to warp to 5 different systems for rendezvous. So I'm just kind of planning ahead for that too. And in here, there is usually like a little guy that you can talk to for things. There's a tool you can look at. The small creature is busy adding up trade profits when I appear. Sensing me, their eyes widen in anticipation and they rub their fingers together greedily. can't understand them because you don't speak their language, but he is saying he pecks emphatically at the monetary figures on their pad, then bounces up and down. A pleasant smell fills the air. Okay. A relief after the choking dust of the planet's surface. Give me 100 units, tap the pad, pat them on the head, leave. Huh. So I guess I could give him 100 units. Let's see what that does. He's clearly thrilled. They give me a piece of technology in exchange. Nice. Ooh. So what did he give us? Let's look at that. He gave us a moderate upgrade for the Starship photon cannon. Okay, we're not going to need that, but we can sell it. So these little geodes here, if you hit E on them, they turn into kind of whatever resource you were mining. I'm going to move some of this stuff around because it bothers me to have it. Let's actually move this up here. And let's move this down here. There's some condensed. Oh, let's switch those around. Carbon, condensed carbon. This is stuff we can sell. Ferrite, dihydrogen comes from this resource here, so we'll put it there. And there's all the things we can sell. So, okay. And then let's see what we can extract some nanites here. And encrypted navigation data. That's another thing that we can sell. And since we're right here at a trade terminal, let's see what we can sell right away. Because I know we can sell this for 23,000. And we can sell this for, 300,000. That was worth it to grab those. I don't think there's anything else we want to sell right now. But let's see what's on offer for buying. We've got ferrite dust and cobalt, which can help us make batteries. We can buy a metal plating, but we can make it from ferrite dust too. So we're going to need some dioxide later maybe. But I'm not going to buy that right now. Let's get a little bit of cobalt. Let's see, how much money do we have? Oh, we're pretty good. So let's get some ferrite dust. Let's get some cobalt. And let's go ahead and get some dioxide right now. That helps recharge stuff too. Okay. And then we can check out the tool here. We're not going to buy it, but you can see it's a C class. Sometimes you'll get lucky and have another one. You could compare it with your current one. This one actually has a supercharged slot, but look, we'd have to buy it for like 2 million. Thought I would show that to y'all while we're here. And then you can talk to this guy too. He'll offer you like blueprints and things for craftable technology. Sometimes those are good to have if you need them. We can look at what he's got here. I know we're going to need a wiring loom at some point. We're not going to buy it right now, but you can see that we could sell to him as well if we had something we wanted to sell. And then you can also go and talk to him about these other blueprints that he has available, which is like a teleport receiver. Sometimes you need these. We don't need any of these right now, but I did want to just show that to y'all as well. Okay, so let's go back out here and see if we see any copper from here. I don't even remember I think we were coming from the other direction. So this would be, copper, there we go. Now if I hold down E, it's gonna mark it. And then we can run over there to that copper deposit and grab that. Oh, and these guys, I'll try to do it to show you, but I always get bit by them. If you can get close enough without them biting you, see, you can grab that grassy pod. I am not good at it, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get my mining beam out and take it out that way. You can grab that little red dot there if you get close enough and are able to. I watch for the little notification or whatever thing to come up and then just grab it. But I'm telling you, well, there, I did it that time. Okay, and that will give you a little bit more oxygen than just shooting it. So, okay. We'll grab some more carbon on the way to that copper deposit. And we've got enough ferrite dust now, I think. And here we are at the copper deposit. Now, we want to have our terrain manipulator out. You just shoot there and you gather as much copper as you can. You can change the size. It's kind of default. I think it defaults on medium. Let's see if we create, flatten, restore, mine, and then I'm forgetting how to like change the size. I always just leave it on that. Oh my gosh, I can't think of it, and I'm not gonna make I'll wait for that. I'm just gonna leave it on the size that it is. It's fine. We'll have enough copper here. Excuse me. For this. I love my puppies, but they're little Dachshunds, and they do like to bark just at anything passing by, and there is no filter that can get them out. It's okay though. That's life, right? Okay, so now we do have copper, and we want to make this orbital uplink, but we need to convert it down to chromatic metal first. So let's see, we're right here. Let's just make our, if you hit your Z on your keyboard, this portable refiner is what we want to make, and see how it says 1 metal plating. So we knew that that was coming. Let's go ahead and make that metal plating, and then hit our Z menu again, portable refiner, and it's ready to make. So we'll go ahead and put our fuel in, which is carbon, and then our copper, and it'll begin to refine. And while it's refining, we'll go ahead and gather some other resources around here. So let's switch back to our mining beam and gather some carbon and ferrite dust. So I'm very anxious to hear from you guys. If y'all already play No Man's Sky, if this is a game that you already love, if you're brand new to the game and thinking about starting to play, since this new Voyager update came out, I have read that there are more people playing the game than even at launch, or at least nearly as many, which is interesting to me. And I get it, because this update was so big. So many people anticipating their next game, Light No Fire. No definite time when that game will come out, but it is highly anticipated. Let's see if we can reach that oxygen over there and some of this dihydrogen. So I'd love to hear from you guys. Are you Hello Games fans? Do you play this game? Are you looking forward to Light No Fire? One of the milestones in this expedition is actually to get on someone else's ship, like a hijacker. And I have no friends that play this game, so I don't know what I'm going to do when I get to that milestone. But I do. My sons said that they could help me out. Like, they have the game, they just don't really play it. So maybe I'll get them to help me out with that milestone so that we can do all the milestones for this series if we're going to, in fact, continue to go on. You guys let me know if you do want me to go on with this series. Let's open up our refiner, and we'll take our chromatic metal. And then to pick up your refiner, you just, for me, it's hit the middle mouse button and you get all those materials back. You want to make sure to remember to pick it up so that you have it with you to use. There's those geodes that it gave us more dihydrogen. There's our chromatic metal. We've got our dioxide, and it is prompting us to make that orbital uplink because it wants us to go ahead and head to the space station, which I guess we've got enough stuff here. We're kind of lower on oxygen. We don't have a lot of sodium. I think we can make some batteries. Let me show you how to do that. That helps to recharge stuff. So that's going to use our cobalt and our ferrite dust. And you can hit E to craft more of them. So we'll have a few of those to use in case we get into trouble. And to see that, you can see here what's required to recharge this one. Anytime it shows a number, those things need to be recharged. So this needs sodium nitrate, or an ion battery. So since sodium is something you can't purchase and you must find it, it's nice to have those batteries available in case you don't have sodium. And for this one, it's oxygen, life support gel, or dioxide, which is why I went ahead and bought that dioxide. Okay, so I'm thinking that we're probably good. I did see something about taking some stuff out of your ship. Zane's World, or Zane had recommended that you take a couple things off your ship, repair them, and take them with you for upgrades so that you don't have to buy them. And since we're pretty close to our ship still, I think I'll run back over there and see if I can figure that out for you guys. Okay, so I am back, and I was right about the rocket launcher, but maybe I have to be out of my ship to actually package it. So no, it actually is not letting us package it. So that is not something that you can actually do. So in Zane's video, he says you can, but I don't see any way to do it. So we are just going to let that go as part of this this expedition. We're going to let it go, but we are going to, let me check our inventory real quick. We are going to gather, let's see, we've got probably enough of everything. We do want to grab those Gravatino balls before we head off, so we can look through here. There's some there. There's some over there. Let's see, we went 128, 170, 122. So maybe those three. So we'll grab this one first, and then that one we'll head over that way, and then we'll grab those over there. So let's go grab as much Gravatino balls as we can. And then we will use our Orbital Uplink that we already made, this thing here, to get out of here as quickly as possible. Because as soon as we grab these, we're going to make the Sentinels mad. And here they come. So we're going to head over this way. And just kind of try to escape them. They're searching for us. You can see that in the corner there. And the counter is going down, so eventually they will stop searching for you, but as soon as we pick up more, they're going to start searching again. So let's grab these. And then we're going to keep heading over this way. I know there's some more over this way. All right. And I think that should do it. So they're searching for us for 32, 31. If we keep running away from them, I will show you guys that they will stop the search. You can actually dig a hole if you don't have all these mountains that you can kind of hide behind. You can actually dig a hole and they won't be able to see you in that hole. I'm gonna grab some more carbon. If I see another hazardous plant as we run away, we're down to 10 seconds. Oh, there's this hazardous plant over here that I'll show you guys too. Now this one, you just want to shoot like we talked about. And the Sentinel forces are already deactivated, so you don't even have to worry about that. These little grassy pods, if you gather these before you shoot this guy, you'll get more, and we just got shot, but that's okay. You'll gather some more oxygen. And then let's look at our, we're doing good on supplies here. So let's go ahead and grab these. Oh, there's another one of these for money. We don't need that, but let's go ahead and use our terrain manipulator to gather this technology module. And then we will grab these Gravatino balls too, and then we'll head out of here. I think we should be good on materials. Okay, and then go here and use E, and there we go. Now we'll be at the space station. Just easy peasy. And we've got our first reward ready to go. You can hit tab to get out of that screen quicker, and then hit your escape key, and we can collect that reward. And we get the Corvette basic module packs, so we can build our Corvette. And I'm gonna head over here. Now when you see these rewards coming in for all these pieces, you definitely want to keep those, but we're going to go ahead and sell all the stuff that we got for, not this, but we're going to sell all of this stuff that we gathered for more money. So we'll come over here to the Galactic Trade Terminal, open that up, go to sell, and look down for those Gravatino balls. So we get 1,303,000. Like, that's a lot of money. So let's do that. And then let's sell these two for 102. And all the rest of the stuff we're going to keep. And then let's see what they have for sale. If we want to buy anything, we can buy some more ferrite dust, some more cobalt. And what else do they have? I know we're going to need a wiring loom, so we can go ahead and purchase one now. Pyrite's a good thing to have. And then we're off. And let's go up here where we have some upgrades that we can sell that one. And then we can also see if they have any pulse engine ones that we can, so we can upgrade our ship right away as well. So just talk to this guy. Go to purchase, and that is also where you sell. So we're going to sell this one for 59 nanite. And then let's see if we can buy anything. So we already sold everything we had, but we want to look for hyperdrive module, C-class. B class. Can we afford that? Yes. What else is there in hyperdrive? That's it. Just the B class. We're going to go ahead and buy that. So we'll have just one, but that's at least something to do. So, okay. Now, if you run over to one of these teleporters, you'll get quicker. Instead of running all the way over there to build your ship, we're going to just use the teleporter. It gets us a little bit closer. Not a little bit closer. It puts us right on it. And we will go into building our Corvette. Create new Corvette. And now we're in this build menu. And it's going to give us, you go into Z. And we've already got the modules that we just earned from that reward. So we want landing gear first, and look, it's flashing for you. So it kind of tells you what you want. Put that in the center. We'll put 2 of those down and then go back to our Z, and we'll have our Thunderblast habitation module that we want to put next. So we're just going to set it on top there. We just get one of those, and then we have the cockpit to do. We'll put that on the front. And then the next thing is our reactor. We'll stick that on here somewhere. And let's do our thrusters, one for each side. So we'll put one here, and then let's flip it for the other side. And then we want our landing gear, which is going to go on the back end here. And is that, I think we have one more thing. Yes, the photon cannon array. So we're going to put that at the top of our ship. And I think that's it. Now I want to color it. So we're going to hit the G, and we are going to do green. And we'll do the, let's see, weathered finish maybe. So let's do coloring again. And then go back and select the next module you want to color. Whoops. No, we want to continue modifying. Okay, so now I've got it down to color everything. The landing gear next. And finally, the landing gear. Okay, and now we should be good. So we're going to finalize our current design. And let's move some stuff around in here as well. So let's see, we'll move our... Oh, we didn't accept it. Oh my goodness, such a noob. Okay, so compare. This ship was the one we couldn't repair, so we are just going to swap it. And now we have our Corvette, and our restore point is saved. And that's where we're going to wrap up for today. We've made a slow but steady start into phase 1 of the Corvette Expedition, and I'm really enjoying easing into this fresh save. This game has such a way of pulling me in and making everything feel calm, even when I'm searching around for copper. Since this first phase ran a bit long, I've split it into 2 parts. So next Tuesday, we'll pick up right back where we left off and finish phase 1 together. If you've enjoyed this cozy beginning, I'd love for you to leave a like, drop a comment to let me know your thoughts, and subscribe so you don't miss part 2 on the rest of this expedition. Thanks so much for hanging out with me here in No Man's Sky. Until next time, take care, and I'll see you in the next episode.